Hello and welcome to the Caffeine Chronicle from the Library of Linsk. I'm your host, Isaac Linsk. This week we're highlighting South Jersey's best and brightest in the arts and culture communities. Today we're joined by CJ Sooy, local blues musician. Welcome to the show, CJ.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course, thank you for being here. So CJ, we're going to start off with something a little bit abstract here.
Okay.
Of all the microphones in the world, do you think more microphones are used as recording devices or to amplify sound?
I thought that they were just used like when you are like don't have a hammer and you need to like, you know, get a nail in your wall.
Yeah.
But I guess people use them for that too.
Yeah, of course.
I would say probably for voices, although they should be used to amplify more.
Okay, perfect. So we spoke to a close friend of yours saying watching you perform in your garage had more emotional impact on them than, say, going to see you at a larger gig at a concert hall or something like that. Do you find the same emotional connection playing to a crowd as you would to a close friend or a loved one?
Yeah, definitely. Just on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
It's like the final boss of that.
What do you think the most emotionally charged concert you've played is?
That's a tough one. I would probably say when we opened for Gutter Drunk. What was that? Back in September.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anchor Rock Club. That was definitely a really great gig.
Yeah.
We had tons of friends and family come out, and it just felt like, we were really just connecting.
Yeah, beautiful.
You know?
As a barista, what's the most annoying order that you can receive?
Anytime someone's trying to get you to put their sugars in the way they want it, like you've already messed up. Like if you're like, oh, can you put 2 Splendid? No, I can't put 2 Splendid in there. You can put 2 Splendid in there though.
It's right over there. Yeah.
Even if I put 2 Splendid in there, I'm still gonna mess it up because then you're gonna say, no, I really just need one. You see what I'm saying?
No, I completely understand. So CJ, going back to your artistry, your Spotify About section reads, despite having the look of a lanky, dreamy-eyed rom-com idol, CJ Sooy possesses a unique, husky voice that coasts anywhere from a haunting croon to a bone-rattling cry. With that being said, and being compared to a rom-com idol, what are your top 3 favorite romantic comedies of all time?
Oh my god. Anything with Hugh Grant.
Okay. Not a big McConaughey fan?
Nah, he rocks. I always thought I was like, maybe like Zac Efron if Zac Efron just didn't hit the gym as much.
Okay,
and
I can see it.
And maybe hit the weed and coffee a little bit more.
Yeah. You know, he's a little bit more balanced.
Yeah.
Zac Efron's all surf. You're surf and play. You know, you've got other hobbies. You're a true artist, CJ.
Okay, thanks.
We noticed you recently performed at the wrong venue in Philadelphia, spawning an impromptu harmonica performance by Barry Dwyer. When else in your life has a simple mishap led to a creative breakthrough?
Oh, every single one. I would actually say that the creative breakthroughs only happen, are only like firing off mishaps, and it's really crazy because I feel like it's one of the greatest lessons I've learned is no matter how much, you say, oh, I'm going to go in and I'm going to, plan for it to go this way, something's always going to happen. It's always like the thing that you don't expect.
Of course.
And that's always what creates the realest and, rawest, creative breakthrough.
Of course. Is there anything notable in that aspect that's happened recently, aside from the harmonica situation?
That was pretty epic. See, like, there's many different Milk Boys.
Mm-hmm.
There's Milk Boy on Chestnut, and I believe that's the one that we were going to play. We wound up on South Street, and they were just kind of like, yeah, we don't really do this, like, at all, but you can stay. And all of a sudden, this guy who was just sitting at the bar, like, just happened to be, like, an incredible harmonica player.
Yeah.
Sat in with us. It just wound up being like a really fun night, and everybody had a good time. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to top that one. Nothing as of recently.
All right, this one's has a little bit of nuance to it. In the movie The Banshees of Inisherin, the character Colm Doherty gradually removes his fingers as a way to keep his circle small and guarantee an artistic legacy for himself. Inside sources tell us you're missing a tooth. How many more teeth would you remove if it meant a #1 hit record? Like Billboard, right? #1, CJ Sooy. How many teeth?
I mean, like, all of them. It would be pretty impressive if I just like was doing this with no teeth. Like,
Yeah, just gumming it.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's I think yeah, that's definitely what needs to happen. I'm gonna lose a tooth every record, maybe.
Okay, I love it.
So we'll get there.
Yeah, as opposed to getting a tattoo to celebrate a milestone or anything, you'll just get a tooth knocked out.
Sure. Yeah, I'd rather knock my teeth out.
Yeah. In your song Electric Soul, you ask the thought-provoking question, why won't lightning strike me twice? To you, what is the most important factor in maintaining a passion or relationship after you feel the initial rush of romantic or creative lightning?
How do I keep it going?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like how could I have lightning strike twice again?
Exactly. Or what's the momentum that you build off of once the lightning strikes itself, metaphorically speaking?
Okay. Yeah. I think like when I was like making the song, like I was just kind of like I guess like that was just kind of like my way of saying like, well, you know, if I could experience love and a feeling once, why couldn't it happen again? Yeah, I guess just like be open to that kind of thing.
Now, as someone that has worked in or around the service industry in your adult life, do you find the necessary camaraderie of that kind of team-based working translates to your relationships with band members or other creatives?
In some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. For instance, like working in restaurants, like it's a different way that you communicate with people. Like I'm not like telling my bandmates that like I need this on the flyer, that we're gonna like 86 this guitar cable, and I'm not like screaming at them and screaming obscenities, but like it also has taught me just like how to you know, work with people on the fly, high pressure situations for sure. So I think there is probably some you know, crossover there.
Of course.
It's not you know, everything's a lesson.
Yeah. Considering your youth was heavily occupied by performing small concerts at places like the Margate Fall Fun Fest or the long-forgotten Ventnor Summer Beach events,
True.
what element of culture on the island do you think influences you the most?
Probably just like beach and surf culture.
Okay.
I think that I think that no matter like where I go or whatever, I'll always like take that. You know, at one point like I was like trying to like dissociate or you know, disconnect myself from it. Like I was just trying to create like a new sound or whatever, and it was really funny. Like the first thing that happened when I walked in Headroom Philadelphia, which is like our go-to studio in Philly, I thought I was gonna like play this thing and they were just gonna be like, wow, like, you know, that so cool and different, and like the first thing that they said was they were like, oh my god, it has like a little bit of like a surf influence, and like I was just
very
like,
nice, yeah.
So I was just like, I'm never gonna get rid of that. I'm always gonna take that.
Yeah, that's a comment
kind of,
that'll stick with you forever.
Right, yeah, because like it's like I'm not out here playing like, you know, Missouri like hill country blues because I'm not from there, but like it's like I think that like, you know, when I play the blues, there's like a little bit of like a wetness or like a surfness to it. So I think it's always gonna be with me.
Room example?
Oh, yeah. I think it happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty Jersey.
Okay. All right. Now, Banjo told me to ask this question. Mutual friend of ours.
Nice.
How did
What's up,
being
Banjo?
held in a corner with a chair impact your music career? He said, make sure to include it.
Being held in a chair.
Being held in a corner with a chair.
I mean, it's just another notch in my belt, you know. If you're playing the blues, like, it's like you draw from experiences like that. So,
Do you mind going into the origin of that experience?
No.
One last thing before we go. We have a little bit of a surprise for you, CJ.
Oh God.
Can you close your eyes for me for a moment?
I'm scared. Sure.
All right. Just give me one quick minute.
Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right. One last thing before we go. Harkening back to the Barry Dwyer question earlier, I got you a little present.
Okay.
I got you a brand new harmonica
Oh my
from Guitar Set.
Dude, what?
Would you mind ending the show on a little solo?
Sure.
Thank you, CJ.
I thought it was gonna be a taser.
That'd be awesome. That'd be a little more fun.
I've been tased before.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Wasn't a consensual tasing? No.
Nah, dog. Not many of them are.
No.
All right. What's the name of the show again?
The Caffeine Chronicle.
Sorry.
You're good.
It's alright.
I'm CJ Sooy from CJ Sooy and the Rain Dawgz. This has been the Caffeine Chronicle. I'm gonna try to play a little blues lick on the harmonica for you now. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Isaac.
Of course. Thank you, CJ.
Absolutely. Perfect.
Beautiful.